Hello, friends. A very good evening to all of you. So, friends, today we will discuss a very important topic, and this topic is pretty much in news, as all of you have seen in different newspapers and government websites also. So, in front of you is a legendary man known as father of natural farming. What? Father of natural farming, and he has won Ramasan Magase Prize for also this. He has won the Ramasan Magase Prize also for this, which is also known as Asia's Nobel Prize, right? Ramasan Magase Prize he has won, and he is known popularly as natural father of natural farming. So he is? He is none other but known as Masanobu Fukuoka, right? Masanobu Fukuoka. So this is very important for your examination. They may ask question who is known as father of natural farming. So the answer is Masanobu Fukuoka, right? So the government of India is also insisting to transform its agriculture from chemical based agriculture to organic and natural farming, right? So a question arises in your mind that is organic farming and natural farming same? So many people confuse that this natural farming and organic farming are same, but it is not the same. We will discuss all these things today, and what government initiatives are there for organic farming, what government initiative is there for natural farming. We all shall be studying today's in this lecture, right? So let's move forward. Before moving forward, try to understand the vision of the government, right? The vision of government is very, very, very important. How the government is thinking overall. So you might be knowing that in 2014-15 only, in year 2014-15, yes, remember the year 2014-15, government brought in what? It brought in National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, right? What? National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. So the term itself says sustainable agriculture, right? So agriculture can be only sustainable when government works on the different areas, when government works on different parameters, right? So the government is initially working. So what we have seen, this government has expanded its vision to different fields. Say under National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture, government started in year 2015 PKVY, right? Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. After then, government included what? Soil health card. Government bought in soil health card. See, all these schemes are working for the sustainable basis to maintain the health of the soil. PKVY also related to that. SHC is also related that. Similarly, RAD, Rainfed Area Development Program, it works on sustainable basis. Similarly, National Mission on Agroforestry, some mission on agroforestry also works on that. So there are many such programs the government is bringing in, and recently under PKVI, this is a subcomponent of PKVI, government has bought which scheme? BKPK, right? Bharati Krishi, just a second. So government has bought in BKPK scheme. So we will study for all these schemes today. So the vision of the government is to minimize the pressure of chemicals, the use of chemical fertilizer, because it leaves a burden on the government, because we are giving so much fertilizer subsidy. So government wants that we should slowly switch on from this chemical based agriculture to natural farming. So what do you mean by this natural farming, right? So natural farming is a chemical free. The term is chemical free. This is a standard definition given by which? Given by Niti Aayog, right? So it says that natural farming is a chemical free traditional farming method. It is considered agroecologically based diversified farming which integrates crops, trees, livestock, and functional biodiversity. As I told you, the father of this natural farming is who? It is Masanobu Fukuoka, right? This is Masanobu Fukuoka. So a Japanese farmer, he is a Japanese farmer and he has won the prizes also, I said you. And a very important book, what he has written on this natural farming is the One Straw Revolution. Very important, the One Straw Revolution. So if a question comes, the One Straw Revolution is based on what type of agriculture? So it is a book based on your natural farming. So right now, the government of India wants this natural farming so that every state adopts this, right? So what government has chipped in a new scheme called BPKP. What it is? Bharatiya Prakritik Krishi Paddhati Program. BPKP. Bharatiya Prakritik means natural farming. It is related to only natural. Prakritik means natural Krishi Paddhati program. So it is a subcomponent of what? It is a subcomponent of PKVY. As you all know, as I said, you PKVY was promoting organic agriculture, but this BPKP is specifically for what? It is specific for your natural farming. So natural farming is one step further than your organic farming. How they are different, I will tell you later on. So what are all the states who have recently adopted this BPKP are Andhra Pradesh, right? It's very important because Andhra Pradesh is the first state that it said that by 2024, the whole state will become what? It will become 100% natural farming. So this has been declared by Andhra Pradesh uh, that it will become 100% natural farming by 2021. But one more thing, the pioneer of ZBNF for natural farming is Karnataka state. Karnataka. It initially started in Karnataka, not in Andhra Pradesh, but Andhra Pradesh has gone beyond Karnataka and it has covered so many areas, right? Now other states are Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, and Kerala. So these are all the states who are adopting this BPKP scheme. Very important. Now, basis of natural farming. Here we will clarify how it is different from organic farming. Now, what happens in organic farming? What we do, we use the organic inputs. And these organic inputs are additional. We are bringing this additional inputs from outside, like biofertilizers, like cow dung, like any other organic thing we are bringing to the field from outside. We are giving extra, right? But in natural farming, what is the difference? We are nothing bringing from outside. But it is based on what principle? It is based on principle known as biomass recycling. Whatever is produced in the field, that is only inculcated, that is only incorporated in the field, so that the demands of the field is supplied by the plants, is supplied by the animals in the field itself. Nothing is bought in to the field from outside. That is the main principle, that is the basis of your natural farming. So what are all its components of this biomass recycling? Biomass mulching, use of on-farm, on-farm, nothing from outside, on-farm cow dung and urine, periodic soil aeration, exclusion of all synthetic chemical output. So this is what differentiates your organic farming from your natural farming. Now, the Niti Aayog held a two-day national level consultation on principles and practices of BPKP, right? Natural farming, and it was chaired by your vice chairman of Niti Aayog. So you can see that such a meeting has been chaired by your vice chairman of Niti Aayog. So how much it is important for the government. Government is taking it very seriously, and this conference was held, national level consultation was held on last year, September 2020. Now we will see what are all the things that government is giving under this BPKP. So since it has been launched, you can remember for your examination, the year of launch 2020-21. Don't confuse 2020. It is the latest for your sustainable agriculture. And assistance, what financial assistance is given by the government is also important. It is your 12,200 per hectare for 3 years. This is the most important for your NABARD examination. They can ask that under BPKP, what is the financial assistance given by the government? So don't confuse, remember this figure. And maximum coverage under this BPKP is in Andhra Pradesh. As all of you know, that Andhra Pradesh is promoting ZBNF. ZBNF is nothing but zero budget natural farming only. So Andhra Pradesh has the maximum area under your BPKP or ZBNF. Now you see, this is an overall picture. This is an overall picture, and it will become very easy for you to remember all the things. So initially, as I told you, that in 2014-15, government brought in what? National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. So for sustaining the agriculture, what are all the components? What are the sub-components of this NMSA? So the first is PKVY. As I told you, PKVY was launched in year 2015. And what is this assistance? See, the assistance under PKVY is rupees 50,000 per hectare for 3 years, but under BPKP it's 12,200 only. So just note down the difference. Don't confuse in both these things. And it came 5 years later on this. It was launched in 2015. It came in year 2020. Now this is your MOVCDNER, that is mission on your organic value chain in northeastern region, right? Mission on value chain addition. Mission Organic Value Chain Addition in the northeastern region. So it was introduced also in year 2015. And what important thing, what you must remember from the Mission Organic Value Chain Addition in the northeastern region, it is for commercial organic farming. The government wants that the farmers of the northeast gets high price for their organic produce. So government has given it a face of commercial organic farming through this scheme MOVCDNER, right? Then is your rainfed area development. It also started from 2014-15 when NMSA was came into existence. Soil health card, very important. As you know, the importance of soil health card, and from so many years, NABARD is still, this is a evergreen scheme from where NABARD is every year they are asking a question from soil health card. It came in 2015 and issues soil health card to farmer for every 2 years. This is also important for every 2 years. ZBNF, this concept of ZBNF came in the budget 2019. Budget 2019, our finance minister discussed about the ZBNF, and it is based on the 4 pillars. It is based on 4 pillars: Jivamrita, Bijamrita, Achhadana, and WAPSA. WAPSA is the most important component which is related to irrigation. So if they ask you which of the components, pillars of ZBNF is related to irrigation, it's WAPSA. You must remember, right? Then RNBM, very important, RNBM, Restructured National Bamboo Mission. Restructured National Bamboo Mission. Then the question arises, why it was restructured? Why it was restructured? Then, as all of you know, that in 2017, in year 2017, government bought in what? It bought in an amendment to Forest Act of 1927. Government brought in amendment to Forest Act of 1927 in year 2017, and it declared that bamboo is not a forest tree. So if a bamboo is not forestry, then any farmer or any person can cultivate bamboo. Earlier, when it was a forest tree, it was not allowed to cultivate bamboo by common person. So after this amendment, the overall bamboo mission was restructured and it was known as RNBM, and it was done in the 2020-21. And it was restructured in 2027, right? Restructured in 2027, not in 2021. So for what is the financial assistance? What is the financial assistance under this? It is not, it has been duplicated from our, so it is no financial assistance is under this. So what you can remember from RNBM is that it was restructured in year 2017. And as I told you, why it was restructured, it's very clear. Then what is your agroforestry? Submission on agroforestry. The year of launch for agroforestry policy is very important. It was also earlier asked in NABARD. NABARD has earlier asked about the year of national agroforestry. So it is 2014. So these are all the components of NMSA and how the government's vision is moving on. You can overall understand with this chart and you will not confuse in the examination. So in this circular format, you can see how the schemes are. So the NMSA was the main scheme, but was launched in 2014-15. Then under that PKVY, it was promoting the organic agriculture. What it was promoting the organic agriculture, PKVY. And now the government has launched in 2021 natural farming, that is BPKP, and it promotes what? It promotes natural farming. see. So the how the vision of the government is moving, you can understand it wants to reduce the burden of the chemicals, fertilizers, right? So government is moving in that direction only. So these are all the important things related to your natural farming, and it is too much in news, so you must cover. And I think there will be a question this year on natural farming, definitely. So before ending, a very beautiful picture in front of you from natural farming only. So what is this crop? This crop is your maize. This is your maize. And a question in for you, you can comment in the comment box. You can see the inflorescence of maize, right? So you know that the maize plant has different inflorescence for the male and different inflorescence for the female. So what is the male inflorescence called? Comment in the comment box. What is the female inflorescence, that is below, what is it is called? So this can also be asked in the examination. Earlier also it was asked. So you must know what is the inflorescence for male and what is the name of influencers or female. You can comment in the comment box. So apart from this, after looking into this video, what you can do, you can go to the Telegram channel, that is at Clarity for Sure, and you will get a YPS, that is YouTube practice sheet, and you can practice some of the questions from this topic, so that you can see that how much you have comprehended and how much you have retained after watching these videos. So that's all, my dear friends. Thank you. Bye bye.